Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and the Washington Commanders just placed running back Brian Robinson on the non-football injury list, meaning he'll miss 4 games. They also re-signed David Mayo and officially signed Jon Bostic. So we'll talk about all that in today's video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Also hit that like button, notifications, and comment down below what are your thoughts on the David Mayo and Jon Bostic move. So let's start off with Brian Robinson real quick. So they're placing him on the non-football injury list after, getting shot multiple times. Really unfortunate situation again, but it's very likely he plays again this year. So that's the good news in all of it. But most importantly, it's good that he's healthy. He's going to make a full recovery, and, he's going to be, he's still alive, and, he's going to be able to continue playing the game he loves and provide for his family. So that's all good right there. And, who knows when he comes back? Maybe it's week 5 with Chase Young. Maybe it's week 8, week 9, week 10. We don't know. But it's very, a lot of people are saying he's going to pretty much play this year unless something crazy happens. So that's good. It's good also not to rush him back week 1. So let him heal up. 4 weeks. He'll have 4 weeks of the season off, and the injury happened about 2 weeks before the season started. So that's 6 weeks. Still crazy to come back from 2 gunshots in 6 weeks, but it's much more feasible than coming back in 2, 3, or 4 weeks. So we'll see when he comes back. But all in all, this is good news for Brian Robinson and also the Commanders. If we're talking about, football, when he's out, we're going to have, it's going to be Gibson taking them, a lot of the workload. But I think Williams will get a decent amount of carries as well, just because he's similar to a Robinson. Is obviously not as good as Robinson, but he can get some carries as well. I think McKissick might get a couple more carries a game than he normally does until Robinson comes back as well, just so Gibson isn't getting 22, 24 carries a game, because they don't want to get him injured along with maybe being the kick returner. So that's something right there we'll come back to in a little bit. But they, released David Mayo yesterday, but they signed him back and officially signed Jon Bostic to the active roster today. And then, they placed Brian Robinson on the reserve non-football injury list, and they officially placed tight end Curtis Hodges on the reserve injured list. So I think they said the injury is going to take about 4 to 5 weeks. So who knows when he's, if they're even going to take him off of IR, because I think you only have a few players you can get off of IR per season now with the new rules. So I don't know if you want to use one of those spots on Curtis Hodges. We'll see. But I'm liking how the tight end room's looking. I'm just hopefully all of them are healthy week 1 with Logan Thomas, John Bates, and Cole Turner. And then Armani Rogers as well. We'll see if he's active on game days. But David Mayo, I don't know. I mean, I really wish it would have been another linebacker instead of David Mayo. There's other linebacker options out there that I think are significantly better than David Mayo. Joe Schobert, Dante Hightower, Alexander Johnson. There's a decent amount of players that I think are better than David Mayo. And David Mayo and AJ Klein. AJ Klein knows the system and is significantly better than David Mayo. Played under Ron Rivera, played under Sean McDermott in Buffalo. I think that would make more sense than bringing back David Mayo. It is what it is. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I do not think it's going to go well with the linebackers. If anyone gets hurt, they're screwed, because, Bostic's going to be starting or David Mayo is going to be starting. And, when they do play 3 linebacker sets, one of those two will be on the field. So not looking good for the linebacker core, especially if there's any injuries. If there's any injuries, it's going to be really bad. And the back end, the back 7, it just as a whole, the depth isn't good. They got some more depth in the corner room, but I think it's more talent than depth, because these guys are still first to second year players. The guy they signed, the guys that aren't starters at the cornerback position are Christian Holmes, Tariq Castro-Fields, and Rashad Wildgoose, who are all either 6th round or 7th round rookies or second year players. So you can't really expect them to really have an immediate impact unless we get really lucky. And I think they still needed to sign another linebacker and corner to help out this room, but at least they improved the cornerback depth a little bit. So that's it for today's video. We'll see if I have another one later today. If anything happens, I will. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.